Bell, you're greatly appreciated. Baker here for 3, knocks out pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball, center field. That's going to get Hillman with a double and scored, and that's a deep fly ball left field, and it's going to be gone! Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com, here from beautiful Raider Field here in Selma, Indiana, for tonight's baseball game. Again, MEC Conference action tonight between the visiting Blue River Vikings, 0-1 on the season, as they will be taking on your 3-0 Wapahani Raiders here tonight. Again, as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, we want to welcome you here this evening as we get right into things with our Raiders Live pregame show presented by Next Home Elite Real Estate, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. So the Raiders off to a great start here to this 2022 campaign. Got a big win the last Friday night right here at home against Pendleton Heights. 10-3 was the final score there in that one. And then a big one also on Saturday. The very next day took on Muncie Central and down the Bearcats 15-3, I believe, was the final score there in that one. And then on Monday evening, they traveled over to Greenfield Central, taking on the Cougars there as the Raiders prevailed there in that one by a final score of 9-1. So again, a perfect 3-0 start to the season. Definitely excited to see where this team can go throughout the course of the year right here. Obviously, it's going to be crucial to get off to a good start. That's what they've done so far, and hopefully they can keep that going once again here tonight against the MEC opponent. First MEC conference game of the season, a big one here tonight. You want to get off, you want to get this MEC conference schedule off on the right foot, and hopefully the Raiders are primed and reared and ready to go to do that. We're going to have Gavin Lash on the mound here tonight for the Raiders. Definitely by far a huge threat, not only with the bat but with his arm as well. I believe he was right around 7-0 on last year's team, dating back there to the 2021 season. Gavin was 7-0, a 0.93 ERA, 25 walks, 41 strikeouts, and 37 2/3 innings pitched. So he knows how to get the job done. He's been off to a good start so far this season with the arm and with the bat as well, along with others. We've seen guys throughout the lineup here for Wapahani really contribute, 1 through 9, and that's what it's going to take not only tonight but every single ball game. And so these guys are getting prepped, ready to go. They got the field ready. Everything looks beautiful here this evening. Fans continue to file in here at Raider Field, and we're expecting a great ball game here tonight. A beautiful evening, and a little chilly, but still not too bad for considering we're in the state of Indiana. But we're looking for a great night of Raider baseball here on the WHS Network. Stay right here with us. Again, this has been our Raiders Live pregame show presented by Next Home Elite Real Estate. We'll be back here following the national anthem with today's starting lineups and much more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, I provide consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a marketing plan that provides superior service to all of my clients without compromise. For any and all of your real estate needs, contact me, Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. –
All righty, folks, again, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Here as we look at tonight's East Jackson Auto Sales starting lineup here this evening for the Blue River Vikings. Lead things off here, the second baseman, number 5, Isaiah Gard, batting second, shortstop, Ethan Blackburn. Pitching tonight, batting third, Garrett Grimm, batting fourth, playing third base, Tyler Williams. Batting fifth, catcher, number 16, Lake Leonard, the six-hole hitter, the left fielder, number 19, Clayton Turley. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 18, Tyler Sane. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 3, Braden Blevins. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 4, Kyler Keck. Again, that's what it looks like here for the Vikings this evening. Your Jones Auto Body defensive alignment here tonight for your Wapahani Raiders will look like this. Again, starting out in the outfield here, we have the left fielder, Peyton Baker. Over in center, we have Joe Foster. And right, that's Carter Noble. Round the horn here in the infield, Clay Eastap at third base, Daxton Dudley at short, Nate Luce at second, with Landon Weller at first base. And then your battery mates. Here you have Gavin Lash on the mound and Luke Willman behind home plate, with the designated hitter being Landon Thompson. So again, that is our Jones Auto Body defensive alignment. So again, we'll lead things off here tonight with the Vikings. It's going to be the second baseman, number 5, Isaiah Gard. Again, Gavin Lash on the mound here tonight, and tonight's first pitch will be laced right into center field. So Foster will get that back in quickly. So win pitch, and we're right here into the thick of things, just like that, with a leadoff single there by Isaiah Gard. So Blackburn will step in. Again, a man on first base down there with Isaiah Gard there with a leadoff single. Lash will again glance over at first. He'll come to the set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there just low for a ball, 1-0. Again, 5:09 p.m. here this evening. I believe the first pitch was set at 5:08. So not too bad in getting this game underway here this evening. Again, from beautiful Raider Field. Again, if you're just now joining us for the first time, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Glad to have you all with us and enjoying some Raider baseball here tonight. MEC conference action between these two teams. Pickoff move back to first as Gard will be back in there safely. And so again, Lash will step back on the rubber here. Again, Blackburn at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lash comes to the set. Here's the pitch. Popped up in the infield. Luce will take the ball right there. Again, the infield fly will apply right there for out number 1 here in the inning. And so now they'll bring up the pitcher, number 2, Garrett Grimm. So again, Grimm will step in here, 1 on, 1 out. Here in this top half of the first inning. Again, crowd continues to file in. We got a busy night out here from Wapahani High School. The softball team in action this evening as well against Blue River. So we'll have plenty of baseball and softball to go around here tonight. Lash again glances over there at first base. Comes to the set. And here's the pitch. That's going to be a ball high. 1-0 to begin things here on Grimm. Again, starting pitcher here tonight for the Vikings. 0-1 here on the season is Blue River. They lost to Alexandria. Another pickoff move back to first. Lash again will come to the set. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be a high fly ball deep left field, and that is going to be gone. Absolutely launched by Garrett Grimm for a 2-run shot to give the Vikings a 2-0 lead. I mean, you want to talk about a big fly. He got every bit of that. So 2-0 Vikings lead. So Tyler Williams will now step in. Get after the 2-run homer there from Garrett Grimm, so definitely helping out his own cause. Pitch here from Lash. And that's going to get through the 5 and 6 hole over there on the left side of the infield. And so now that's going to be the third hit here in the inning from Blue River. They have come out swinging the bats early here in this one. So now we're going to have the catcher, Lake Leonard, at the plate. And that's going to be rifled right on in there for a called strike. 0-1 here on Leonard. So again, 3 hard-hit balls so far. The main thing is just got to keep staying the course right here for your Lash. Don't get too far down. You gave up a couple runs. You're going up 3 hits so far. This is what it is. You roll with a double play right here. You're going to feel a whole lot better. Obviously, you're not overly thrilled about giving up those 2 runs right now, but you don't want to give up any more. So you got to limit the damage right here. Find a way to get out of the inning. Lash here with a 1-2 pitch. And that will just miss the outside corner. So that will now even the count up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, following Lake Leonard will be the left fielder, Clayton Turley. And the 2-2. Oh, yeah. Okay. Not quite sure where that one missed. That looked like that was right down Broadway. But nonetheless, here 3-2 the count. Must have been a little bit low. The payoff pitch reached out for that one. Baker on the run, and he'll get there to make the catch. So Baker with the Hot Wheels out there, getting to that one, tracking it down for out number 2 here in the inning. That's going to bring up Clayton Turley. So now 2 away, again 1 on down here at first base. It's Tyler Williams. Swung on and missed. 0-1. And the Raiders playing without a couple of players here this evening. Again, in the regular starting lineup, as that's going to be a wild pitch. That's going to get by Willman. Now as Williams will go ahead and take second base. So now the Vikings with a runner in scoring position. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Went up the ladder a little bit there, did Gavin Lash. So a much more favorable count here for the Raiders. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll see if Turley has a better 2-strike approach. And that one was thrown there to the backstop. So the runner will advance 90 feet once again. So deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. And a 2-0 lead here for the Vikings. Let's see if Glass can slam the door shut here in the top of the first. That's going to be a high fly ball, left center field. Baker goes back, and he'll make the catch near the warning track to end the inning. So a couple of really hard hit balls here from the Vikings send them to a 2-0 lead here after the first half of the inning. It is Blue River 2, Wapahani 0 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, again, welcome back here on your Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC game break. We'll take a look here at tonight's starting lineup here for your Wapahani Raiders, again presented by East Jackson Auto Sales, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. It looks like this here for Wapahani. We'll start off here with the leadoff man, shortstop number 10, Daxton Dudley. Batting second, the center fielder, Joe Foster. Batting third, the pitcher, Gavin Lash. And a cleanup spot, catcher number 4, Luke Willman. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Landon Thompson. He's batting for the third baseman, Clay Eastemp. Batting sixth, first baseman number 14, Landon Weller. Batting seventh, Peyton Baker out there in left field. In the 8th spot, we have the second baseman, Nate Luce. And then batting ninth, right fielder number 12, Carter Noble. Again, your Raiders coached by Brian Dudley, assisted by Jonathan Riddle, as well as Nolan Dudley and Josh Chateau. So, again, that's what it looks like there for your Raiders here tonight. Again, looking to get the bats going early and often here in this one this evening. We'll start things off here with Daxton Dudley. So again, Dudley will step in here. First plate appearance of the evening. Let's see if we can get the party started here for Wapahani. Again, Daxton on the season, a .400 average so far, 3 doubles. As that pitch will be just a bit high, 1-0. But again, Dudley, like I said, .400 hitter so far, 3 doubles, 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored through the first 3 games of the season. As that pitch will fall low and away. So quick 2-0 count here on Daxton. The pitch, that's going to be skied up in the foul ground here on the third base side. Williams is there, and he will make the catch for out number 1 of the inning. So now Joe Foster will step in, the center fielder here for Wapahani. So Foster, again, coming into the ninth. On the season here, a .143 hitter, a double, 2 RBIs. Has plenty of speed to go around, I'll tell you that. He can motor around the base pass. So let's see if he can get him on base right here. That pitch just a bit high there for a ball, evens the count up at 1-1. The pitch here from Grimm. Little nub shot here, the shortstop. He'll collect, throw on the first, and he'll get him by about a step right there for out number 2 of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down, and that will bring to the plate the pitcher, number 18, Gavin Lash. Again, Lash here on the season is a .455 hitter. Has a double, also 7 RBIs, leading the team in that category. Also 5 runs scored here on the season. Pitch in there for a called strike. Now an even count here of 1 ball, 1 strike. Now we'll tell you guys this. Again, I am doing double duty here tonight. So not only am I doing the play-by-play broadcasting here on the WHS Network, but I'm also doing the PA announcing out here for Raider Field, in which obviously everybody here at the ballpark can hear me, even all the way out there in the parking lot. So, like I said, putting together, quite the busy evening here for myself. But I think it'll pan out all right. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the ball game here on the broadcast this evening. Shot down the right field line, deep down the line, and it's going to be off the wall. They're saying it's going to be a foul ball. I don't know. That was very close right there. I couldn't really tell if that ball had hit the yellow line on the fence or not. But the field umpire says that it was foul, so that's what we're going with. So Lash just did all that running all the way around the third. Now he's got to catch his breath and get locked back in here, because now he's got a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to deal with. Here's the payoff pitch. Well, that's just a bit inside. So he will work the walk. Lash will march on down to first, and that will bring to the plate the cleanup man. That is the catcher, number 4, Luke Wellman. So Wellman will step in. So he will swing and miss at that one right there. Wellman here on the season, a 400 batter, also 3 runs scored. Has yet to collect an extra base hit or an RBI, but those will come, I will assure you of that. Grimm come to set. Here's the pitch. Nice looking curveball right there. A little snap to it there. To run Wellman into a little bit of a hole right here. No balls, 2 strikes. Can Lash over off first, and time will be called. Grimm will come to set, and the 0-2. Lash goes off there for second, and that pitch will be fouled off. So again, Grimm with some nice giddy up there on that fastball. So again, it's going to be extremely important here for Wellman. Choke up on the bat a little bit, have a nice 2-strike approach. Find a way to put the sweet part of the bat on the baseball. So again, the count here, 0-0 into Gavin Lash down at first base after drawing a walk. Grimm will come to the set. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that's going to end the inning. So the Raiders get no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody one left on here in the bottom half of the first inning. 2-0 lead for the Vikings after an inning of play. We'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, again, welcome back here on the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. A big thanks to Jones Auto Body, owned by J.R. Fannin, and located at 1901 East Memorial Drive in Muncie, Indiana. Jones Auto Body is one of Muncie's oldest and largest auto repair and paint shops, in which they have been servicing the community since 1982. If you have any questions or need them to take a look at your vehicle, make sure to contact them at 765-284-2593. Again, that is Jones Auto Body, assurance of quality. And so we'll get back at it here in this top of the second inning here with the Vikings with a 2-0 lead. So we'll have the first baseman, number 18, Tyler Sane, at the plate. to lead off this second inning, and that's going to be in there for a called strike and 0-1. So again, a little bit of a rough start to the ball game here for Lash this evening, again on the mound. Got to have a short memory, get back at it here in inning number 2, and hopefully we'll have a nice clean inning of work. Call, that's going to be in there for strike 2, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here on the Vikings first baseman, followed by right fielder Braden Blevins and then center fielder Kyler Keck. It's 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here in this top of the second inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to fall low and run the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lash gets his signs. Here's the windup and the pitch. Fly ball there in the right field. Noble gets there. Will make the catch for a nice out right there. 1 out here in the inning. And out to the number 8 hitter in the order for Blue River. It's going to be number 3, the right fielder Braden Blevins. So Blevins will step in here. Lash back on the rubber. Look in there to Willman. Gets what he likes. The windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Stayed with the heat. Got strike 2. And to be honest with you, I would probably stay with the cheese right here if I was Gavin Lash. Might as well go ahead and get with good old number 1 one more time. And that's exactly what he does. That is good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Down goes Blevins right there for out number 2. And so that will bring up the center fielder number 4, Kyler Keck. Just misses the outside part of the plate here to Keck, so 1-0 to count. Again, much quicker pace here by Lash. Starting to build a little bit of momentum here. Getting the first couple outs, you have a little bit more rhythm and confidence in yourself, I would hope to think. At least from the last few batters here. That will catch the outside part of the plate. And so the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Goodbye, right down Broadway, and that's going to end the inning. A pair of strikeouts here in the top of the second for Lash. Spell the demise there for the Vikings here in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We will now head to the bottom half of the second inning. It's still Vikings 2, Raiders 0 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Alrighty, welcome back here, folks. Bottom half of the second inning here from beautiful Raider Field. We'll start things off here with the designated hitter, number 3, Landon Thompson. Again, Landon here on the season, a 400 batting average, 4 doubles, 3 RBIs, also 3 runs scored. So a darn good start here for the senior. And it's a 2-0 count here so far. Again, Grimm made pretty quick work there of Wapahani there in the bottom half of the first inning. Swung on and missed right there. Now 2-1. Of course, you look here now, if you're Wapahani, you want to swing at good pitches, but you also want to be, I guess, a little bit more selective. You want to make him work a little bit more right here. So very favorable hitters count. 3 balls and a strike here on Landon. The pitch. That's going to sail high, and a great at bat right there to lead off this bottom half of the second inning. Thompson will make his way to first, and now that will bring up the first baseman, number 14, Landon Weller. So Weller here on the season, a .375 hitter, 3 runs scored so far. The pitch, and that's going to be a fly ball here in the center field. Center fielder backpedals, finally camps under it, and will make the catch. So Weller gave it a pretty good ride right there. Of course, you all remember during the basketball season, Landon was our sideline reporter. So could have seen out here in the baseball field loving the game of baseball and doing his thing. So again, Baker steps in. And I think that might have thrown the catcher a little off balance right there. I don't think he was expecting the curveball. I think he might have been expecting the fastball right there. Nonetheless, that pitch outside, 1-0 the count. Off and running, and that is Landon Thompson taking second base like a madman out there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here on Baker. Peyton, which, by the way, here, 429 average, a double, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored. So he's having a really strong first 3 games. And that knee buckled Baker right there. Curveball right there from Grimm. So you combine that with fastball, it's going to be tough to keep your eyes on. That ball's going to get by the catcher. Baker on down to first, but the throw beats him in time for the second out of the inning. So now Landon Thompson moves up to third. 2 down now in the inning, and that will bring up the second baseman, number 7, Nate Luce. Again, Nate getting the start here this evening. And has a big moment right here if he can come up with a hit. It's going to at least get the Raiders a run closer right here. So 0-1 to begin things. Again, most important thing right here, be aware of your strike zone. Just like any other bat. That pitch fouled back and out of play. Of course, like I said, Grimm got a pretty good fastball, no doubt about that. Not too bad. Mixes that in well with the secondary pitches, though, and that's the key to keeping someone off balance. So, again, 0-2 to count. Landon Thompson at third. 2 away here in the inning. And the pitch. That's going to be high for a ball, 1-2. The old saying goes, fastball and adjust. Think fastball. If you see something else, then just adjust to it. Stay back. And did he go right there? And they're saying that he did not go on the swing. So an even count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs as well. Deuce is wild. And a pitch. And that's just going to miss. So a full count now to Nate. He's worked it. Here's the pitch. That's going to be skied back and out of play. So you got to give Nate a lot of credit right here. Worked it into a more favorable count, especially down believe he was 0-2 in the count. Made him work a little bit more here. The payoff pinch once more, and that's going to be thrown behind him. So Nate will end up working a walk. Job well done. And so now that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 12, Carter Noble. So again, Carter, the nice opportunity right here, and close pickoff over to first base. I think Nate might have got just a little too off of first, but luckily, at least from the umpire's sake, says he was safe. Another move back over there. He's in there. Here's a pitch. That's going to sail right on by, and he's going to be out at the plate. So the Raiders had an opportunity. Unfortunately, fell by the wayside that time around, as Thompson again was tagged out at home plate. Again, ricocheted perfectly right back there to the catcher, tagged Thompson out at home plate, and that's that here in the bottom half of the second inning. So again, the Raiders, no runs, no hits, no errors, one left on. We'll head now to the top of the third inning against Blue River 2, Wapahani 0 here on the WHS Network. All right, welcome back again here, baseball fans. Again here to beautiful Raider Field here on this Thursday night, April the 7th. Top half third inning, chopped here to the third base side. Clay Eastep making a play. Again, rifled that one on there to first to Landon Weller for a little 5-3 put away right there for out number one. Now that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 8, Ethan Blackburn. So that pitch just outside there for a ball. 1-0 the count here on Ethan Blackburn. The pitch here from Lash. Again, misses high and away this time around. So 2-0 the count. Again, the Vikings scored 2 runs there in the top of the first inning. Thereafter, the hit from Guard and then the 2-run homer from Garrett Grimm to put the Vikings on top, and the score stays put as such right now, as that pitch will miss high and inside. Count now 3 balls and a strike. So let's see if Lash can come all the way back here in this at bat. Pop back and out of play. So now the count will run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on the number 2 hitter here for Blue River. The pitch. Goodbye. So Blackburn has been erased for out number 2 here in the inning. And that will bring up the pitcher, number 2, Garrett Grimm. And that's down the third baseline foul. So 0-1 here on Grimm. Just misses right there for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Floats that one out there in the left field. Hit that one actually pretty deep too, but Baker right there to make the play for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So Lash, back-to-back innings here, quick work. That's what we like to see. And the defense playing well behind him. 2-0, the Vikings lead it here after 2.5 innings of play. We'll be back with more bottom of the 3rd action coming up here from Raider Field on the WHS Network. All right, folks, again, welcome back here on our Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC inning break. Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Again, here from beautiful Raider Field. Again, the clouds have really continued to file in throughout the first few innings here. And, again, we did have some sunshine earlier. You wouldn't tell that right now. But nonetheless, we would like to thank Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC dealership owned by Randy Stoops, located at 4055 West Clare Lane in Muncie, Indiana. Stoops has a wide variety of brand new and pre-owned vehicles of quality brand names. If you have an interest in a vehicle or would like to know more information about one, contact them at 765-288-1903, and also make sure to check out the website at stoopsauto.com. So we'll start off this bottom half the 3rd inning here with the right fielder, number 12, Carter Noble. So again, Noble was up at the plate the last half of the inning. There in the bottom half of the 2nd inning, and then you had the wild pitch by the pitcher, just ricocheted beautifully right off the backstop into the catcher's mitt, and he was able to tag Thompson off, or tag Thompson out at the plate, which quickly ended the inning, unfortunately. So nonetheless, the Raiders just got to keep on, see if they can get something going right here. The little victories here or there, finding ways to get on base. And we've had some guys on base, but we just haven't quite got that hit yet. So we'll see if, maybe this might be that chance. And they appeal down to first. He did not go. And so now that is ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike here on the Raiders' right fielder. There's the pitch. And that's in there, painting the black there on the inside part of the plate. Now strike 2. Right there on the inner 3rd. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Number 9 hitter in the order, following him right back to the top. Here's the pitch. Goodbye. So Noble, unfortunately, will strike out swinging for out number 1 here in the inning, and that will again send us back to the top of the order here with the shortstop, number 10, Daxton Dudley. So again, Dudley steps in here. He fouled out to the 3rd baseman to open up the ball game. Now again, the Raiders yet have to collect a hit, so we are due. The pitch falls low and away, so 2-0 the count. Again, we've had some runners on base. We've worked, I believe, maybe 3 walks in this ball game here tonight. I know 1 to Thompson, then I think 1 to Lash, and then also Nate Luce. So we've got, we've had guys on. We just haven't been able to execute on those opportunities. So 3-0 count here on Dudley. And that one's right down Broadway. So, again, obviously had the take sign right there. You want base runners. So now 3-1. Again, if he goes right back to that same spot, I'd have to take a good look at that one. But instead, that's going to fall outside, and that is going to be ball 4. So Dudley will make his way on down to first base after a one-out walk, and now that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 11, Joe Foster. So again, Foster, good opportunity right here to see if he can continue the line, at least moving in the right direction here for the Raiders. Again, you had the one-out walk there to Dudley. Just got to have the next man up mentality right here. Got to find a way to get on base and keep the line moving. That pitch fouled back. So Foster in the hole here, 0-2. The pitch from Grimm. That's going to fall outside. Good job there by Foster to hold up there on the swing. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, you have Gavin Lash waiting on deck. Here's the pitch. Chop to the second base side. Took a bad hop. Dudley motoring around second. He's going to head to third. And the throw will come in to second base right there. So end up working out well there for Foster. Again, just put the ball in play. You never know what can happen. And so a great piece of hitting right there. 2-strike approach, shorten up, and took a good hack at it, and it really worked out well right there. So Wapahani will have runners on the corners here for Gavin Lash. Foster taking off there for second, and he will head on in there with no throw. So now you got a couple ducks out there on the pond, so to speak. 2 men in scoring position. Foster at second, Dudley at third. With one swing of the bat right here, you can potentially tie this ball game up or even take the lead maybe. Here's the pitch. Misses up and out of the zone. And so Grimm starting to have a little bit more trouble finding the strike zone, which, again, he has 3 walks coming into this inning. And that's going to be a called strike. So 3-1. Here's the pitch to the second base side. The second baseman will collect, throw on the first, but that will get the job done. A run will come on home to score. And so the Raiders will get on the board here for the first time this evening. Now down 2-1. Now is the catcher, number 4, Luke Willman, will step in at home plate. That pitch high and away. Misses there for a ball. And so again, you have Foster now down at third base after the run score. Ground out right there from Lash. That also a miss high and away. Again, Grimm, you kind of tell he's trying to literally throw the ball through the mitt. Which, don't get me wrong, he's got plenty of power behind that arm, but sometimes less is more. Again, the way he was pitching the first, couple innings right there, he was spot on, mixing his pitches really well, as Willman will work a 4-pitch walk, beautifully done right there from Willman to get on base. Now runners back at the corners here for Landon Thompson. So again, Landon, his first time around, worked the walk. That pitch high, that's going to get by the catcher. Foster's going to be safe at home plate. So a wild pitch scores Foster. And ironically enough, the Raiders have yet to collect a hit in this inning. And we've scored 2 runs. So again, command has been an issue here for Grimm. And unfortunately for that young man, it's really cost him so far. So again, you have Willman at second base. The pitch will be low and away for ball 2. So again, Thompson really doing a solid job right here. So far has seen 7 pitches. 6 of those have been balls. High fly ball into shallow right field. The second baseman gets there and will make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But the Raiders get on the board for the first time here in this one this evening. Ties things up here at 2 as Wapahani gets 2 runs on no hits, also an error, and 1 left on base. We'll head now to the top of the 4th, tied at 2 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All righty, folks, welcome back here. Top of the 4th inning here from Raider Field as Tyler Williams will step in here, third baseman here for the Vikings. 1-0 the count to start things off here from Gavin Lash. Swung on and missed to even things up here to ball and strike. Again, Lash, aside from the first inning, has bounced back the last 2 innings and has pitched rather well. And that was a really good pitch right there. Just missed there on the outside part of the plate. So the count here, 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. The pitch. Beautiful right there. Precision, accuracy there from Lash. Evens the count at 2-2. The wind up, the 2-2 offering. Strike 3, pull the chainsaw, he gone. So Williams will head back to the seats as Lake Leonard will step in, the catcher here for the Vikings. So 0-1 here on Lake Leonard. 1 out here in the inning, the pitch. In there for called strike 2. So again, much the same like what we've seen the last 2 innings right here. Lash working a little bit quicker, continuing to build confidence, seeing more strikes, getting ahead of hitters. That's the key to pitching right there. That pitch just misses there on the outside corner. Still a very good spot though. And you don't want to put it, right down the middle right here. You want the hitter to go a little bit fishing. Oh, the curveball, yes. And that will be out number 2 of the inning as Leonard will go down swinging. So kind of pulled that one out of his bag of tricks. So 2 down now with left fielder number 19, Clayton Turley at the plate. That pitch will be foul tipped in and out of the glove, so nothing and 1 here on the left fielder, Clayton Turley. And Lash continuing to move quickly here. Now that pitch fouled back, and now Turley in the hole here, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch gets him swinging, strike 3, and that right there, folks, is a nice, clean inning of work there from Gavin Lash. So 3 up, 3 down go the Vikings here in the top half of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll head now to the bottom half of the 4th inning, again tied at 2. We'll be back with more right after these messages from FC Tucker, Muncie Realtors, Ted Cook, and Joanne Davis.
We know the right way to get you where you need to go. We'll be the wheels underneath you, out on the road. We're driven to give you the best service. We're driven cause we know you deserve it. Stoops, we're driven to be the best. Stoops, we're driven to be the best.
All righty, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. Bottom half the 4th inning, as we'll get things started here with the Raiders' first baseman, number 14, Landon Weller, as he will see a pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. Again, the Raiders scored a couple of times in the 3rd inning, but has yet to record a hit. Hopefully that will change sooner rather than later, preferably. But again, you have Garrett Grimm still on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. That's going to miss away. Two and one. And that's going to be a high fly ball right center field, slicing away. That's going to get down. Weller will make his way on to second base, and that's going to be a leadoff double right there for Landon Weller. Oh, heck yes. And so the Raiders have got it cooking, and not to mention the fact that's the Raiders' first hit of the night. The broadcasting jinx actually worked to our favor this time around. So now we've got the left fielder, number 5, Peyton Baker, due up. So Baker with a golden opportunity with a man in scoring position. Bunted up in the air, and Grimm will make the catch. Full-on extension. The athleticism right there for the pitcher. Goodness. So tough break for Baker, but Grimm getting off the mound and all. Outstanding job there by the young man. That pitch away right there for a ball here on Nate Luce. Again, worked the walk as last time around. There in the, I believe that was in the 2nd inning. That pitch again low for ball 2. So again, you have Weller out there at second base. Still only 1 away here in the inning. That pitch will miss inside for ball 3. So again, Lewis, number 8 hitter in the order, followed up here by Carter Noble. In there for a called strike, now 3-1. And Weller in no man's land, and he's going to be out at third base for out number 2. So again, that quickly erases the base runner here for the Raiders. So again, still 3 balls and a strike. Now 2 away here in the inning. The pitch in there for a called strike 2. So it's now worked the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Grimm here with the wind-up, the payoff pitch. Skied up in the shallow left field, just outside of the infield, and that will be caught there by the shortstop, Ethan Blackburn. So a promising start to the inning. Unfortunately went by the wayside, but the Raiders do get a hit here in the bottom half of the 4th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We head to the top of the 5th here from Raider Field. It's tied at 2. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, I provide consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a marketing plan that provides superior service to all of my clients without compromise. For any and all of your real estate needs, contact me, Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546.
All right, folks, again, welcome back here. Top of the 5th inning here from Raider Field. Again, Brandon Morvillius here with your play-by-play call. Again, alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We'll lead things off here in the 5th inning with the first base, number 18, Tyler Sane. 0-1 the count. Again, the Raiders and the Vikings tied at 2 here in this one so far this evening. Swung on and missed, now 0-2. Lash, the windup. Here's the 0-2 offering. Goodbye. I mean, he is throwing gas out there. Like I said, aside from that first inning, Lash has found his groove, and it has been all Gavin and the Raiders from there. So we've got Braden Blevins now stepping in. He will watch that one sail outside for ball 1-0. Again, Blevins, number 8 hitter in the order here from Blue River. Looking to prolong the inning right here down the left field line. Foul, caught that one off the end of the bat. Again, struck out swinging his first time around. One ball, one strike. The pitch. This is outside, ball 2. Again, for those of you out there watching us that are avid baseball fans, happy opening day to all you out there, especially to all you wonderful Reds fans out there, hopefully. But it's a great day. We've got baseball out here at the high school level, then get to go home and watch some baseball as well. And we got the Masters on this weekend as well, so it's we've got some good sports to watch throughout the weekend here. Again, the Raiders will be busy as well. They will have a doubleheader coming up this coming Saturday against Homestead. There's Lash again quickly erases Blevins. Blows him away there for a strikeout. So now 2 outs in the inning. Center fielder Kyler Keck at the plate. Swung on, miss. Nothing in 1 here on Keck. But again, they're nonetheless, again, like I said, the Raiders play Saturday. Doubleheader here at home. Homestead, 11 a.m. start time. Lady Raiders are back at home tomorrow night against Hagerstown. They're currently playing Blue River. So again, we'll try to update on our social media sites later on there with that one as Lash blows away Keck, straight fashion there. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. See you later. We'll go ahead and pack a lunch here as we'll head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Again, tied at 2. We'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, bottom half the 5th inning here, folks. Getting towards the end of the ball game here tonight. Carter Noble will lead things off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Again, supporting his brother's number 12. Again, Gavin Noble. Graduated from last year's team on the bigger and better things at St. Francis. And there's Carter Noble. Oh, yes. Flashing the bat right there, throwing it right on out there and finding a piece of open real estate. So Carter will get himself a single. Second hit now of the evening for Wapahani. And now back to the top of the order here with Daxton Dudley. So again, a great way to get this inning off and running here. Again, Noble has some wheels. So we'll see if that will play much of a factor as that's going to get by the catcher, thrown into the dirt. They're on the wild pitch. So Noble now advances up to second base. And again, you have threat on the base pass right here. You got to generate runs somehow. One thing you don't want to do is run into outs. So you've got a good opportunity right here. Here's the pitch. In the center field, that's going to fall on in there. Here comes Noble. He's going to stay put at third. So Dudley comes up now with a single. And so now the Raiders will have runners on the corners. Still nobody out to begin this bottom half of the 5th inning. Center fielder Joe Foster will now step in. So again, you have, you have a couple of things here you might be able to run with. You have the whole right side of the infield open as Dudley will go ahead and take second base without a throw. You still have a pretty, like I said, a pretty decent wide open right side. Left side of the infield is wide open. Third baseman playing in on the grass. You send a little slap shot right there, even a bunt. Perfect example right there. But I like, the possibilities right here. So again, first and second. And nothing into the count. The pitch. That's going to be high and away now, 1-2. Obviously, you're not going to bunt now with 2 strikes, but just try to find an open hole in the defense. That's the name of the game here offensively. Hit them where they're not. And that's going to be strike 3 looking right there. Again, the catcher didn't make the catch, but ended up working out well. Nobody advanced. So, again, Foster strikes out looking right there for out number 1 of the inning. And now we've got the pitcher, number 18, Gavin Lash, at the plate. So, again, Lash with a golden opportunity, your heart of the order right here. 3 and 4 hitters, Lash and then Willman. If you're going to take advantage and cash in with anything right here, now would be the time to do it. Grimm with the 0-1. We'll watch that one drop on inside there. Now evens the count at 1-1. Dudley off of second, Noble off of third. That's going to be just a bit high there for ball 2.
Steady stream of curveballs, though. Here we go.
Grimm here with a 2-1 offering. That's going to get by the catcher, and everyone's going to stay put. Good idea right there. Again, didn't get a very good read right from the get-go, so it's better to stay put instead of being in no man's land and then get caught off guard and then you're toast. That's not a good idea. So 3-1, very favorable hitters count here for Gavin. Grimm in a little bit of trouble right here. We'll see if he can get out of it or if the Raiders can prevail and push a couple runs across. And that's going to be inside for ball 4. So Lash will make his way to first. And now the bases are juiced for the catcher, number 4, Luke Wellman. And so a brief stoppage here. We'll have a meeting of the minds here as we'll have mound visit here with head coach for Blue River, which is Jake Eisenbarger. So again, making his way on out there. Again, we'll talk to us one entire infield, go over the game plan right here. And obviously a huge threat at the plate here in Willman. Hasn't quite, seen a great deal so far here this evening as far as, a lot of pitches to hit. But we'll see what he can make of this at bat right here. Hopefully put a good piece of the bat on the baseball. Nice curveball right there. Again, gets that one there on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. The pitch, high and away, even count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases juice. The pitch. That's up and out of the zone. As now the sun's starting to come out a little bit. That's kind of nice. Now we're getting to the latter part of the ball game. Maybe that's a good omen for things for Wapahani. And it will be. That's right by the third baseman. Here comes Dudley around third. They're going to send him. We're going to have a little play at the plate. No, we won't. That was a poorly thrown ball there, unfortunately, there by the shortstop Blackburn. And 2 runs come on home to score. Willman coming up big right there for the Raiders. So the Raiders will still have runners on the corners. Now 4 hits on the day for Wapahani. And I'll tell you what, one of the biggest ones right there, if not the biggest one. So a great job there by Willman coming up in a clutch situation. As that ball get by the catcher again, Willman was already taking second base. But, you got these guys on. The old adage of get them on, get them over, get them in. That's exactly what Wapahani's done finally here in this inning to kind of break out a little bit here. It's only a 2-run lead, but it's a lead nonetheless. That's what you want. The bats have started to come alive, and it's been the next man up. Keep the line of moving here these last few innings. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The pitch shows bunt, brought the bat back. Now it's 2-1. Again, following Thompson will be Weller. The 2-1. Went upstairs out of the zone right there. So even count here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to protect the plate now. 2-strike approach here for Thompson. Here's the pitch. Chopped off there to the right side. Get a good job right there. The fastball adjusts. When you're able to adjust like that, nice curveball that Grimm has. Balance that out with the fastball. It's going to be tough to pick it up and to make that adjustment, what was able to on that pitch. The 2-2 once more. And he kept his bat back. I'm not sure if that was on the pitch or on the swing right there. That was a strikeout, but it was still a strikeout nonetheless. Now we have 2 outs in the inning. Now the first baseman, number 14, Landon Weller, at the plate. So Weller coming up big there in the last inning with a double. Let's see if he can kind of follow up another one with this inning right here. Or just find a way to get on base. That's the main thing. Got to find ways to get on base. Ground ball here to the second base side. Throws on the first, and that's going to end the inning. But the Raiders put a 2 spot up here on the board in the bottom half, the 5th inning, as the Raiders get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We will now head to the top of 6. Again, it's Wapahani 4, Blue River 2, here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, welcome back here, baseball fans, again to the WHS Network. We want to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. A big thanks here to Kinshaw Properties, owned by Kendra and Shane Franks. Their Kinshaw Properties is a Muncie-based company that offers Ball State area rental homes. For more information, check out their website at www.kinshawproperties.com and contact them at 765-356-1340. So Isaiah Guard will step in here to open up this top to 6th inning here for the Vikings. 0-1 as that ball was fouled off there to the third base side. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in throughout the evening. Again, we do apologize that we couldn't be live here this evening. Unfortunately, due to internet connection issues, it's just not very fun. You try to get outside and try to do these games, and it makes it tougher and tougher every year. So we try to do our best with a little MiFi jetpack, and that ain't going to get it done either when you live out in the middle of nowhere. So nonetheless, 2-1 your count, and that's going to be in there for a called strike down 2-2. The pitch. Goodbye. Blowing it right on by him for out number 1 here in the inning. All right, so again, 1 out here in the inning. We've got the shortstop, number 8, Ethan Blackburn, at the plate here for the Vikings. As that pitch, again, just a touch outside there to start things off here with a 1-0 count here on Blackburn, followed by the pitcher, Garrett Grimm. In this game, moving along pretty quickly here this evening, already here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch in there for a call and strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Flash gets a signs from Willman, and the pitch. Strike 2 right down Broadway. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fouled back and out of play. So Blackburn staying alive, as the old disco song goes. We'll see if he can find his way on base right here. Flash will sit down another one. Here's the 2-2. See you later. Blows him away again. Another fastball. So 2 outs down the inning. You got the pitcher, number 2, Garrett Grimm, at the plate. Another ball high now. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, the Vikings have been shut down, like I said, ever since that first inning. They have yet to collect a hit ever since, which, obviously that's great there for Lash and the Raiders. They're doing their job. And the 3-0 offering. There you go, right on in there for a called strike. But again, Lash is really, hasn't had, at least to my recollection, much traffic on the base pass ever since then either. And that's going to be lined there in the center field. Nice piece of hitting there by Grimm. So a 2-out single will give the Vikings their base runner. And now we'll have the third baseman, number 13, Tyler Williams, at the plate. So Williams will step in here, get 2 away here in the inning. Both teams right now with 4 hits apiece. And that's right there painting the black on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. About the same location right there. Might have went outside just a touch more, but got Williams fishing for that one. So now 0-2. 1 on, 2 out, as time will be called here by Williams. Kind of resettle here. and just misses with that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Lash just misses up and away. So an even count here, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Deuce is wild once again. Here in the top of the 6th. Lash again will get what he likes. And the pitch. Fouled right back at us. Tell you what, Redbeard, he should have reached up there for that one. Go gadget arm. So we're going to redo it again here at 2-2. Lash again glances over at first. Grimm off of first base. And the 2-2. Gets him looking, pull the chainsaw. He is gone and down on strikes to end the inning. So the Vikings again get a base runner there after a 2-out hit from Garrett Grimm. Nothing to show for here. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Bottom half the 6th we go, folks. Wapahani 4, Vikings 2. We'll be back with more right after these messages from Kenshaw Properties. Alrighty, folks, so welcome back here again. We have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Vikings. It's going to be number 13, Tyler Williams. So he goes from covering third base to the pitcher's mound. Garrett Grimm, well, he'll go to the pitcher's mound, or from the pitcher's mound to third base. So just a quick switch right there between those two guys. So again, Williams will now go over his warm-up pitches right here. And so it's going to take a little bit of time to get him going here. So, again, we'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick break. We'll leave the screen on here. We're not going to go to a quick commercial break or nothing like that. But we'll be back here in just a few moments with the start of this bottom half of the 6th inning. All right, folks, again, welcome back here. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Again, as I mentioned before, we do have a new pitcher here, Tyler Williams, on the mound now for Blue River. As we'll have Peyton Baker to step in at home plate to begin this bottom half of the 6th inning. So the pitch here from Williams will be outside there for ball 1-0 to start things off here with the Raiders left fielder. Here's the pitch. It's going to be skipped into dirt now for ball 2. Again, the Raiders have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Then the top of the lineup following that, as that's going to be outside for ball 3. So 3-0 the count here on Baker. Obviously the take sign going to be on right here. At least I would imagine anyway. And that's in there for a called strike. Now 3 balls and 1 strike here on Baker. Williams gets his signs, the windup, and the 3-1 offering will be low and away for ball 4. So a walk to Peyton Baker as he's now on the base pass. And now we'll have the second baseman, number 7, Nate Luce, at the plate. So again, Luce steps in here. And a pop-up right there to the first baseman. Oh, the pitcher drops it. Third down to second base, and they'll narrowly get Baker right there. So that was an unorthodox way of getting it out, but got the out nonetheless right there for the Vikings. Now Carter Noble steps in. Pickoff, move back, and there's Nate Luce safely at first base. The pitch to Noble will be low for ball 1-0 the counts. Got number 9 hitter in the order here for the Raiders, then right back to the top. Again, the sunshine out now absolutely looks beautiful out here, especially with this nice green grass, the stripes on the field. Threw that one literally into the ground. Luce will go ahead and take his place at second. So again now the Raiders have a base runner out there in scoring position. Williams here with a pitch. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. That's going to get by the shortstop. Again, didn't quite get in position, and that works out beautifully there for Wapahani. As a run comes on home to score. Tough break right there, but it ends up working out in favor here of Wapahani, as Carter Noble gets the RBI single to put the Raiders up 5-2. So Dudley will now step in. Again, back to the top of the order here for the Raiders. Carter Noble off of first. 1 run already home. Skies that one up in the shallow right field. Second baseman's out there and will make the catch for out number 2 here of the inning. And so now that will bring on the center fielder, Joe Foster. So Foster looking to continue the inning here with the Raiders ahead 5-2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled back to the left side and out of play, 0-1. Again, Noble with good wheels out there at first base. So we'll see maybe if, again, he was taken off for second on that first pitch. We'll see if he does the same right here. See if he can get in scoring position. And a throw down to second base rather easily in there is Carter Noble. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Noble now at second base. So Foster with a great opportunity right here to collect an RBI and attack onto this Raider lead. Williams comes to the set. Here's the 1-1 outside for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Pretty good lead off of second base for Noble. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. You just got to keep your head on that right there. Again, you kind of see where he kind of pulled out just a little bit as far as pulled his head. Keep your eyes on the prize, so to speak. Keep your eyes on the baseball right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitch. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Never know. Throw on to first. Safe. Foster beats it out. Throw gets away. And Noble will go ahead and trot on home as the Raiders will tack on another run. Again, you never know. That's why you got to run hard all the way down the baseline. And it worked out beautifully right there after an error on the throw there by the shortstop. So last steps in here as Foster is sliding in there safely at second base. So 0-1 the counts here on Lash. Williams will come to the set. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, still 2 away here in the bottom half of the 6th. And 2 runs have come home on to score. The RBI single from Noble. And then the throwing error just a moment ago there by the shortstop allowed Noble to score off of the bat there from Joe Foster. So 1-2 the count now on the Raiders pitcher. Williams gets what he likes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball deep right field, and the right fielder is there and will make the catch for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So again, the Raiders get a couple of runs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning as they get 2 runs on a hit, also 1 error, and 1 left on base. We will head to the top of the 7th. Again, it's Wapahani 6, Blue River 2. Here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here. Top of the 7th inning here from beautiful Raider Field, Lake Leonard to lead things off here for Blue River to start things off here. 0-1 is the count. So again, 0-1 the count. Lash looking to finish what he started here this evening. Couldn't quite get that off-speed pitch to tail right back into the inside corner. So an even count here, 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, strike 2 called. Painting the black that time around on the outside part of the plate. One-two offering from Lash. Right back up the middle goes Lake Leonard. Fine piece of hitting there by the young man. So he's on down at first base. And so now that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 19, Clayton Turley. So Turley will step in here. Again, the Raiders playing in double play depth there. Nate Luce, Daxton Dudley up the middle. Can they turn it right here? 4-6 on the 3. That's going to get by the first baseman, but not too far away right there. So a 4-6 put away for out number 1 of the inning. And that will now bring up the first baseman. That's number 18, Tyler Sane. Again, he will step in here with 1 away here in the inning. Get a man at first base. Again, the Raiders still in double play depth. See if we can roll up a twin kill and end the ball game right here potentially. As that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Again, we do want to thank everyone for tuning in throughout the evening here. It's been a good time. Hour and 45-minute broadcast here so far. And it's good to spend time with all y'all. Once again, first baseball game of the season for us here on the broadcast. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we apologize we couldn't be live, but get this time of the year, majority of the time it's kind of out of our hands anyway, but especially this time of the year, it's difficult. It's really hit and miss with Wi-Fi connections and everything else. When you're in gymnasiums all the time, it's a lot easier somewhat to control. But when you're outside like this in a different environment, it's going to be tough. So we appreciate you guys for bearing with us and continuing to watch right here as that pitch is going to be a ball. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, 1 on, 1 out here in the 7th. The pitch from Lash. And that was some high cheese right there. As Tyler Sane went fishing for out number 2. And so the Vikings down to their final out here in the ball game. Ooh. So again, be a pinch hitter here for Blue River. It's going to be number 10. And we don't have the first name for this young man, unfortunately, but his last name is Gallagher. So again, he will step in and look to keep the hopes alive here for the Vikings. Down by 4 runs, 6-2 is your score. Wapahani in favor of the lead. 2 outs and 1 on right here. So the umpires got everything all squared away. The behind the plate umpire. Edson Gallagher will step in here. 1 on, 2 out. The pitch from Lash. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Again, as I've mentioned throughout the ball game here, aside from that first inning, Gavin Lash has been in command from that moment on. Just had a tough first inning. Gave up 3 hard-hit baseballs. They end up going in for hits. There's a couple other ones that end up being outs. That was hard hit as well, but really settled in right after that, and stayed in his groove throughout the rest of the ball game here and was able to lead his team to potential victory here. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high and away for a ball now, 1-2. It's good to see the bats finally come alive throughout the ball game here, periodically throughout the last 3 or 4 innings. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses again outside. Falling away to the first base side there a little bit, so got to stay under control right here. Again, don't try to throw it through the mitt. Just try to get the last out. Ground ball there to first base side. That was almost a little nub shot right there by Gallagher. So the count remains here at deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Lash comes to the set. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 gets him looking, and that's going to end it here tonight, folks. Your final score, Wapahani 6, Blue River 2. And the Raiders now improved to 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in the MEC Conference, while Blue River now falls to 0-2 overall and 0-1 in MEC Conference play. So again, a great win here tonight for Wapahani. Great pitching performance there by Gavin Lash. And really we've seen production throughout the lineup as well. Guys getting on base. It didn't necessarily mean they had to have a hit, but, if they drew a walk or, anything that they could have done to be productive, that's exactly what Wapahani did. So, kudos there to the Raiders for keep fighting there. Got down 2-0 early, and was facing a pitcher that was a hard throwing right-hander that had real nice secondary pitch as well, and it was just a good solid ball game, good team win here for the Raiders, and something to build off of going into Saturday's matchup there against Homestead. Another big-time battle there with the Spartans. Again, it'll be a doubleheader, 11 a.m. start time there for that. So much more to come. We'll recap this one here tonight as Wapahani defeats Blue River 6-2 final score. We'll be back with more here on our Raiders Live postgame show here on the WHS Network. You're greatly appreciated. Baker here for 3. Knocks out pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. That's going to get Hillman with a double and scored. And that's a deep fly ball left field. And it's going to be gone. All right, welcome back, your baseball fans. Again, here to our Stoops Automotive Group Buick and GMC Raiders Live post-game show here this evening. Again, the Raiders here on the smiling side of the scoreboard. 6-2 is your final score here this evening. Again, Blue River, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on base. Wapahani, 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base. Again, Wapahani proves the 4-0 on the season. 1-0 in the MEC Conference. And again, as I mentioned earlier, the Raiders will take on the Homestead Spartans at 11 a.m. in a doubleheader on this coming Saturday. Again, we'll be out here keeping track of that on our social media sites. We will not be here broadcasting those games, unfortunately, but we will still have it covered as far as our social media on Twitter and Facebook. So make sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook to stay in the loop throughout the weekend here against Homestead. But you really look at what Wapahani did here tonight. Again, kept fighting, kept clawing throughout the night here. Wasn't a clean bill of baseball playing here from Wapahani. We had our mistakes, no doubt about it. Had some, a couple base running blunders. It just, wasn't necessarily a well-rounded, solid game. But, we're 4 games in. You expect to be better. And, head coach Brian Dudley expects his team to be better what they might have played here tonight. But, again, as I said, they kept getting after it. They tallied on a couple more runs, added on a couple runs there, right there in the bottom half of the 6th inning to apply a little bit more distance between them and the Vikings. You had a great pitching performance there from Gavin Lash. Defense was very solid, throughout the evening here. That's always a huge key contributing factor when you go into any ball game. You want to limit the amount of mistakes as much as possible, and you've seen that defensively here from Wapahani. We, like I said, we just did a really solid job. Kept getting after it. Then on the offensive end, with the bats, started out slow, but as the game went along, bats started waking up a little bit and was able to execute in some clutch moments. You had Luke Willman coming up there with that big 2 RBI single that put the Raiders on top there 4-2 there in the 5th inning. That was big. You just had some really big at-bats throughout the evening from everybody. Everybody contributed in some way, some fashion or another. And so that's what you have to have. That's what you need to have a successful team year after year. And as I've said many times before throughout the years, Wapahani doesn't rebuild, they just reload. That's the mentality. Keep reloading every year, keep getting after it, keep building off the success that you had the prior year, and everybody come together as a collective unit and build each other up, and really come out here and show what you can do. Don't let the prior success then overshadow what you can potentially do right here. You got to kind of make your own story each and every single season. And so, the Raiders are off to a good start here, 4-0. Like I said, 1-0 in the conference. Build off of this game here tonight. Was it pretty? I wouldn't necessarily say it was pretty or excellent, but we got the job done. You got the win. You build off of it. You get better, and you're ready to go for Saturday. Hopefully, have a good practice tomorrow in preparation for that Saturday match up there with Homestead for a pair of them. But again, we're looking forward to a great finishing end of the week right here. You have the Lady Raiders softball team. They was in action tonight against Blue River. We'll wait and see how that turned out here this evening. When we find out, we'll make sure and put that on our social media on Twitter and Facebook at WHS Network. But again, they'll be back in action tomorrow night at home against Hagerstown, 5 p.m. start time there for that one. Again, this weekend's going to be kind of hit and miss here with the weather. We're potentially, going to get snow, which it's not surprising considering we're in the state of Indiana. But nonetheless, we'll see how things shake out weather-wise. But hopefully we're looking forward to what should be a great weekend of Wapahani Raider baseball out here from beautiful Raider Field. Again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in throughout the night here. Greatly appreciate each and every single one of you for spending time with us and enjoying, well, at least hopefully enjoying a great night of Wapahani Raider baseball. But again, we'll go ahead and I believe see you all, I think next week sometime here. We got to get the old schedule out. So we will be back at it, I believe, on next Wednesday. We will be with the softball team again at home against Tri-High. That will more than likely be our next broadcast coming up next week. So hope you all can tune in there for that. So until then, folks, again, we hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and again, a great weekend coming up. And again, until next time, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying good night here on the WHS Network. Again, Wapahani wins 6-2. We'll see you all next time, folks.